I know this is a sensitive topic for many of us, and while I am not here to judge, I do want to talk about the mindset of this issue because I think it secretly plagues many of us. So, having gone through pregnancy weight gain, divorce weight loss, menopause weight gain, cancer treatment weight loss, it's been an up and down ride for myself. And even I have to catch myself thinking I had to be a certain size or weight before I could go shopping. I mean, most of us have been in a place before where our clothes just felt better at some point, where things worked easily. And we tend to connect where we were with our weight or what size we were at that time. And we hold on to that sometimes. We even cling to it and wrap our identity into it. And I want to tell you, when I'm working with clients and we go into their closets, I'll often see a range of sizes. And to be honest, most of us have at least 2 or 3 size ranges. No one talks about this, but we don't want to talk about it because it's like a secret. We don't want anyone to know about us. And I even hear people, mostly women, explain to me why, like it's their fault. The way clothes are made now, sizing is all over the place. You can be one size in one store and something completely different in another. And that messes with our head, not just a little, like a lot, because now it's not even consistent, So it becomes really easy to look at our body and think, oh, this must be the problem. It must be me. So, is the issue really the manufacturer sizing, or is it how we've attached ourselves to being a number, either our ideal weight or size? Because we've got all those pieces that we don't even wear anymore, but we're not willing to let them go. We keep them because they represent a version of us that we're holding on to. And we remember how we felt wearing them and what we were doing and who we were with. And we're just not ready to let that go. And we're not ready to admit that we aren't there anymore and that something has changed. And that's fair. But once you start thinking that, everything you put on gets judged through that lens. So when you do go shopping, you have that running tape in the back of your mind, and it clouds things a little because what you tend to reach for is what feels familiar, what you've worn before, what you know. And a lot of that is tied to how you used to feel when you were wearing it. Because we're always reaching for a feeling. We want to feel good. We want to feel comfortable. We want to feel confident like ourselves. And you're trying to recreate that. But if at the same time, you're looking at your body and thinking, this is the problem, it's very hard for anything you're trying on to actually feel good. Now, I can tell you look good. Sales associate can tell you look good. But if you're still comparing yourself to a version of you from another time, there's no amount of convincing I can do until you see you today, the way you are today. And I truly believe that comfort is a feeling, not a style. No one wants to compromise the feeling of being comfortable in their clothes. It's a non-negotiable for everybody, unless you're on the red carpet and you need to suck it up for a specific event. But even then, why would we? Why would we compromise that? Because, when you're not feeling great and you reach for clothes that match that energy, you're usually a little bit safer, a little bit more covered up, and a little bit more just get through the day vibe energy. And then what happens is you start to feel like you're in a bit of a rut energy wise, like nothing feels exciting and nothing feels like you anymore. And we've either matched our low energy complacency to our outfit, or our outfit has matched our mood, becomes one and the same. Working with new clients, I'll often hear, I'm so bored with my clothes. I just feel stuck, but I don't want to go out and buy anything because I've put on this extra weight, but I know I'm going to lose it. Okay. But in the meantime, you're still getting dressed every day in clothes that may not reflect the beauty in you, and they're just doing the job at that low energy complacency vibe, right? And that becomes a bit of a cycle because those clothes don't necessarily make us feel any better. And when we don't feel any better, we don't make different choices. So it just keeps going and going and going. And for a lot of us women, especially going through perimenopause and menopause, that's not a short window. And that can take years to get through, and not feeling quite right and nothing quite fits and nothing quite works. We don't give up on ourselves, but we do start settling for clothes that are just good enough for now. But you know what? At some point, I think we just get tired of it, like really tired of it. You know, where you're standing there looking at your clothes and it's not even about what size anything is anymore. Just like, I can't keep doing this. I think I've said that a million times to myself. I don't feel like myself in any of this. And it's frustrating, but not in that surface way. Oh, I just need a few things. It's deeper than that, right? It's like nothing here actually reflects how I feel about myself or how I want to feel. And it's been such a long time since I felt good in my clothes. And I've had so many conversations with women at that point where they've had their own coming to Jesus moment, you know, and finally stopped the fight. I don't even care anymore what size I have to buy. I just want to feel good, like actually good when I get dressed. When I look in the mirror, and I want to see me and break out of that low energy complacency vibe rut that I fell into. And that shift, well, it certainly isn't because our body changed overnight, right? It's because we're done waiting, done with someday I'll lose the weight, done with feeling like crap, you know, done with putting that pressure on ourselves, because life is happening right now and you still need to get dressed every day. It's not an option. So what happens when we stop waiting and actually work with where we are right now? Things start to shift, right? Because when we do accept pieces that actually fit us well and pick colors that look great on us and choose styles that work with our body as it is right now, we feel better. Our mood gets better. That nasty internal voice shuts up and you get to glow from head to toe. And it stops being about size, and it stops being about beating yourself up for not where you think you should be, or where you used to be, or where you think you need to get back to. That nasty voice, that constant, I should be further along, I should be smaller, I should be different, it gets quieter because feeling good starts to matter more. And what I don't think we talk often enough about is how good it feels to feel good. You can see it. It's so worth it. And it doesn't mean you have to go out and spend a ton of money on a bunch of new clothes or throw everything out you own and start all over again. But there is no version of punishing yourself every single day in clothes that don't feel good that is worth keeping. Okay, I am clearly a little bit on my soapbox here, but it's because I've seen this really turn people's mindsets around about how they feel about themselves and about losing weight before they go out and buy clothing. What I want to do next is walk you through what this actually looks like in real time, because this isn't just a nice idea or something that sounds good in theory. I want you to see what actually changes when you stop waiting and start working with where you are right now. Because style isn't a reward for getting somewhere. It's available to you right now, exactly as you are.